Lane. I am Down on the Farm's Larry Marble. It's the 1245 edition of our program. We appreciate you listening on one of these 14 Down on the Farm affiliate stations. Let's take a quick look of ag weather across Down on the Farm country. 94 in Abilene, 94 in San Angelo, 92 in Ozona and Sonora, 93 in Junction. Neighbor, as we look toward some of our other Down on the Farm radio neighbors in other parts of Down on the Farm country, Del Rio 96, Hondo 93, New Braunfels 92, LaGrange and Cuero and Giddings 90. Saturday for that particular region looks like an isolated or a scattered shower. Lows in the lower to mid 70s, highs in the lower to mid 90s. Taking a look at those commodities of ag interest. December corn 550 even money, down 3/4. November beans 13.16 even, down 10.5. December soybean meal 352.80, down $3 and a dime. December Kansas City hard red winter wheat down 2.5 at 7.25 3/4. October West Texas intermediate crude up 120 at 68.61. December gold up 14.90 at $1,800, $10.10 by the ounce. October live cattle down 12.5, 129.47. October feeder cattle up 37.50, 168.65. October lean hogs up 207, 89.97. December number 2 cotton down 4, 94.12. Your September U.S. dollar index down 313 points at 92.76. Neighbor, there's your commodities of ag interest. Neighbor, now let's head to the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network for today's edition of Texas News and Views, brought to you by your Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
More potential help for the border crisis. I'm Kerry Martin with Texas News and Views on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. The Texas House Appropriations Committee has approved a bill that would provide nearly $2 billion to help secure the Mexican border. The bill would pay for prosecuting migrants for trespassing, building border barriers, and dispatching state troopers to the border to arrest immigrants. The leader of the nation's largest farm organization visited the border recently to see firsthand how Texas farmers and ranchers are dealing with the issue.
All the communities are exhausting every bit of their energy to help the people that's coming across and catch the people that's trying to sneak across and want to do harm.
That's American Farm Bureau President Zippy Duvall. He says Farm Bureau is in a position to help find solutions.
Well, I would say yes, because every issue that affects American farmers and ranchers is the issue that we're ready to try to tackle. And of course, our policy there around securing the border and providing a workforce for agriculture is the two issues that we've worked a lot on, and we'll continue to do that.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is rolling out several state initiatives to try to stop the flood of illegal immigrants crossing the border. Another case of anthrax has been reported here in Texas. Jessica Domel tells where.
A third animal in Texas has tested positive for anthrax. According to the Texas Animal Health Commission, a horse in southern Armstrong County, that's southeast of Amarillo, tested positive August 20th. As a result, the property where the horse was kept is now under quarantine. Other livestock there are being vaccinated. Dr. Andy Schwartz, executive director of the Animal Health Commission, said they're closely monitoring the situation, and they encourage other producers in the county to consult with their veterinarian if they have questions or concerns about anthrax. A vaccine is available. Livestock owners are encouraged to contact their veterinarian if interested in the vaccine. For the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network, I'm Jessica Domel.
USDA has announced a new plan to keep dairy farmers from having to dump surplus milk. Deputy Secretary Jewel Bronal says it's called the Dairy Donation Program.
The benefits of the Dairy Donation Program are threefold. It reduces food waste, makes sure farmers are paid for the milk they produce, and provides nutritious dairy products to American families. The goal is to facilitate timely dairy product donations at times when traditional purchase programs don't move quickly enough. When there is surplus milk production, we're encouraging the milk to be donated instead of losing milk to loss and waste.
The establishment of the dairy donation program is part of $6 billion in pandemic assistance USDA announced back in March, and it follows last week's announcement of a $350 million pandemic market volatility assistance program for dairy farmers.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans in all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
I'm Kerry Martin on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
We are on the line with Russell Heller from Lexington Livestock Commission Company. It's about 8 a.m. on a Friday morning. Russell, we're looking for a successful sale on Saturday. What do you know so far?
Yes, I know about 3 sets of calves. One's going to be blacks, probably weigh 5 to 650, probably 30 head of them. The other two are probably 15, 20 head apiece, and blacks and Charolais crosses.
All right. Any cows yet?
No cows so far, no, sir.
All right. All your buyers say they're in and ready to wave their hands?
Yes, sir. Yeah, everybody's going to be showing up, and they're ready to buy some.
All right. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the sale in Lexington on Saturday.
Yes, sir. You can get me on my cell, and that number is 979-820-7002.
What time do you start?
12 noon.
Y'all be on time. Russell, thank you. Talk to you Monday.
Thank you, Larry.
We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some deals going on hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. We're having a fire sale on 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with the beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work. They're running $1,750 right now, Larry.
That's a great deal. Tell us the brand again.
They're made by W.W. Paul.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. We're on the line with Kenny Mingus. It's about 6:30 on Thursday evening, looking toward a successful sale at Milam County Livestock on Friday. Kenny, what do you see?
Well, we got about 1,000 right now. Thinking we're going to have somewhere between 1,300 and 1,500 with about 250 cows.
All right. Talk to us about some of the cattle you got on the barn.
You bet. Got several strings of good little stocker cows scattered through here. Got 16 Angus cows coming with their second calf. Bred the red Angus bulls. Nice little set of cows. Had a set of pairs come in, a good set of crossbred pairs. Kind of some tiger stripe cows, some good black 3/4 blood cows, good set of ranching cows. Those cows are mostly 4 to 6 year old with smaller calves on them. A really nice set of ranching cows there. Another guy brought 20 little old cows in, kind of some Brangus type cows, black baldies. Complete herd sellout. Looks like there's a handful of first calf heifers on them that have had one calf maybe. The rest of them we aged and palpated. Look like they're springing up pretty good. Bred the Brangus bulls. Calf deal, 75 yellow calves here from one man. Several strings of 20 to 30. Quality looks good.
Good. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Catch us here at the barn Monday through Wednesday from about 9 to 3 at 254-697-6697. You can follow us on our webpage at milamcountylivestockauction.com or catch us on Facebook. We do have the Angus cows on our webpage and also the crossbred pairs, so y'all take a look at them.
Good deal. We'll talk to you bright and early Monday morning. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
We're on the line from D&D with Wade Floyd. Wade, Purina's got some excellent fly control products, and one of them's a feed-through, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There is a loose mineral that we like to put out. It's going to be a 1275 mineral, and it does have that insect IGR in it.
All right, and y'all sell that in a 50-pound bag?
Yes, sir. We have it in a 50-pound bag, and then we also have it in a molasses tub that'll come in 225 pounds, also a 125-pound tub.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wade. They're at D&D in Seguin.
Yes, sir. They can stop by and see us, or they can just give me a shout at 830-379-7340.
We're on the line with Madison Bexley, Lockhart Livestock. Maddie, how are you this Friday morning?
I'm good, Larry. How are you, sir?
I'm doing really well. How did the Thursday sale turn out for you?
We had a pretty good run. We ended up with 1185 with 192 cows and 38 bulls, 184 sellers, and 94 buyers.
Let's walk the pens.
On the Stucker cows, we got along real good. We didn't have a whole lot to choose from, but the front end of the pairs would have brought from $1,250 to $1,775. Mediocre and middle age from $675 to $1,100. The good bred cows from $9 to $12 1/4. Mediocre and middle age from $650 to $8.75. The Longhorn and the plainer end of the cows from 3 1/4 to 6 1/4. The Packer cows and bulls would have been about steady with the week ago, and cows would have been 1 to 2 lower. The good high yielding cows from 67 to 77.5. The medium yielding from 58 to 66. The low yielding and lightweight cows from 27 to 57. The good high yielding Packer bulls from 90 to 97. The medium yielding from 83 to 89. The low yielding and lightweight bulls from 68 to 82. And calves and yearlings sold steady to 3 or 4 higher on a real active market. We had a lot of good quality cattle, and that always makes our job easier. So all in all, we got along pretty good.
Are you aware of anything for next week yet?
Yes, sir. There's supposed to be a little sellout deal. There's 30 Charolais pair off one place, and there's 10 open cows. They pulled bulls. They just had a real short window and pulled bulls, so there's 10 open cows that should be good aged, that be ready to be bred to a bull of your choice. And then there's 15 crossbred pair off a place. So I'll get some pictures of those on Facebook and see what else we can get rounded up.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can always check us out on Facebook, or you can call the barn at 512-398-3476. My cell phone at 979-540-9793. Or you can ring Bubba at 512-461-6091.
Madison, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10 foot wide to 30 foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how was our Thursday sale?
You bet, Larry. We had a good sale day, right at 2,000 head of cattle on the yards. I thought overall demand was extremely strong on a very, very active market. I thought the 300 to 500 pound steers were probably $5 higher. I had a group of 2 steers weighed 435 at 216, right at $940. Also a real good draft of 10 steers in a group weighed 553 at $1.76, right at $973. I thought the 510 to maybe 625 pound steers, they were probably $5 to $7 higher. Had a group of 5 steers, 622 at $1.65, a little over 1,026 on those. The 300, and getting the heifer side, the 300 to 540 pound type heifers, I thought overall were 2 higher, and the 550 to 680 pound type heifers, they were 5 to 7 higher. I had one really, really choice draft of 63 heifers in a deal, good black baldies, weighed 663 at $1.45, out a little over $961 on those. The feeder steers and the bigger cattle, which are feeder steers and heifers, they were steady at $2 higher. I had a real fancy set of 75 steers in one draft today off the ranch, weighed $695, brought $1.56 a pound, a little over $1,084 on those. Another group of 8 steers weighed $675 at $1.62, right at $1,092. And then we had a real good group of steers that weighed 823 at $1.40, right at $1,152 on those. Packer cows were probably $2 lower. Bulls were probably $2 lower. Pairs and bred cows overall were steady. Had a limited offering, real choice fancy pairs. We'll see a lot more of those good cattle coming on Saturday, Larry.
Good deal. Talk to us briefly about the special Saturday.
You bet, Larry. Got a good run. Got probably over 2,600 heads, something like that. We're shaping up for it, 25, 26. A lot of good pairs, good bred cows, a lot of fall calving, winter calving cows. Got a good offering of bred heifers and a good offering of open heifers, Larry. We got them all listed up on a website, and we'll also have a running order up and available probably around 6 o'clock, 6:30 tomorrow evening. So go there or give us a call either way. Call us at area code 325-372-5159 or go to our website at jordancattle.com, Larry. Start at 10 o'clock on Saturday.
Ken, we'll talk to you Sunday night, review the special, and preview Mason.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, now it's time for the Texas Vet Report with Dr. Bob Judd.
Dr. Travis Mays with the Texas A&M Veterinary Diagnostic Lab indicates the lab now offers a screen for detection of certain drugs used in performance horses by hair analysis. Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Texas Vet News on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. I'm Dr. Bob Judd, and the horse racing industry has multiple drugs and medications that are banned from use or banned from being in the horse's system at the time of the race. By using hair, the lab can determine if the horse has been treated with a class of drugs called beta-adrenergic agonists, such as albuterol, clenbuterol, ractopamine, bambuterol, and zilpaterol. Certain drugs bind to melanin in hair and can be detected months or even years following administration of the drug. This is one technique that allows the regulators of the racing industry to check for banned drugs administered long after the race that are likely not in the patient's blood or urine at the time of the race. Segmental analysis can be performed on hair to create a drug profile that can determine if a drug was given and approximately when it was given to the horse. Dr. Mays indicated equine hair grows about 2 centimeters per month, or about 3/4 of an inch, and mane and tail hair is measured from the root and cut into 2 centimeter segments, and detection of the drug in these sections will allow the lab to make a timeline and determine when the drugs were administered. So if you were buying a racehorse or any performance horse and wanted to see if the horse was given these illegal medications over the last 4 months, hair analysis could help. However, hair analysis does not help diagnose nutritional deficiencies, such as lack of minerals. Although lots of people on the internet are selling equine hair analysis to diagnose almost every equine condition, there is no evidence to support the use of most of those claims. This is Texas Vet News. I'm Dr. Bob Judd on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
Neighbor, I'd like to remind you, if you're thinking about putting a beef in your freezer, now is the time, and Primo Processing is the place to contact. Save money by going directly to the source, Primo Processing. Skip the big supply chain and know where you're feeding your livestock and what you're feeding your family. Feed them the best. They've got the supply for feeder cattle lined up, and they have a few slaughter dates available in July and August, so don't miss out. Call Primo today. Primo Processing Hondo, 830-521-3337. Buy local, feed local, Primo Processing, Hondo, Texas. Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus Christi in August, D's plus 65, $11. Houston, D's plus 125, $12.07. Progresso, $10.50. Yellow corn through Corpus in August, September plus 70, $6.22 3/4. Houston, September plus 45, $5.97 3/4. Progresso, $11.80. Hard red winter wheat in August to Houston, September plus $1, $8.15 1/2. And number one beans to Houston in August, November less 30, $12.95 1/4. East Texas cotton, 1,031 bales sold, 90.86 lower quality, 93.61 the higher quality. Across the board, the price was $92.23. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. We are down on the farm. I'm Larry Marble, and you're my neighbor. Neighbor, go out and make it a grand weekend.